Alright, so today we're going to be starting with the fuel system, which means that we got to get lines run from this and back to the tank, into our regulator, and into the fuel rail. So we've got a few different things that we've got to get that done. We've got these 1/4 inch to AN, just barb adapters. That's going to get the entire system converted to AN. Then we're going to run a bunch of nylon braided hose all the way up to the regulator and up into there. We just have to make our custom lines. So let's get into actually making them. Felix, have you ever made AN lines?
Hell no.
This is going to be a fun one for him. So there's those fittings on there. Now let's prep the fuel pressure regulator.
Okay, so these fuckers are weird. This is the AN, right?
Yes.
And this is what's going into the fucking regulator.
Yes.
Which involves an O-ring.
Yes.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Should I lubricate them? Or not?
Nah, you don't need to. I mean, don't drop the thing, Felix.
Look, it slipped out my hands.
There you go. Those
Should I get
fittings
something
are
to
in.
tie them down, or they look pretty snug?
Careful. Careful with that.
I'm gonna fucking break some shit.
Don't break some shit. Honestly, do it as tight as you can get it with the regulator in your hand, and I'm sure you'll be fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I don't think you'll be able to turn it hard enough just holding the regulator to be able to break anything.
Do you know me?
I don't know what your grip strength's like, dog. I don't know.
I think that's snug.
Well, we'll see if it leaks.
Yep. Well, there you have it, dude.
That's the boy. So now we got to mount that so we know where we want to run our lines to, and then run the lines.
Or, I mean, I could take this bracket off and we can do another type of bracket of some sort.
And it's not a bad bracket.
No,
as long as we could get to work somewhere. Yeah, you want it sticking out of your head?
No.
Funny thing is that I totally thought about that too. I was like, there's 2 holes right there that would be perfect. I'm like, wait. That'd be outside of the hood. We'll just cut a hole for it.
For the regulator?
It'd be cool, yeah. It's like a hood dump exhaust, except for like your fuel pressure regulator's just out there. Yeah, bro, it cools the fuel, bro. So we've got the feed right here. That's going to be shooting straight into the filter. That's going to be placed right back here. Filter's going to have 180. It's going to bring it back into the inlet port of the regulator. That's going to go out back into our banjo fitting up there. Then return is that little guy right there, and that's just going to go straight to this line right here. So we got all of our fittings and everything completely planned out. We know exactly what lines we're going to need to make. So we're going to start out with pretty much the easiest one and the most accessible, which is going to be our return. It's going to be going from there to there. So what we're going to take some electrical tape and wrap it around where our line is. So what this is going to do, this is going to make sure that our braid doesn't fray when we cut it. Very nice, very nice. Then you can take your angle grinder.
Chop it?
Yep. Try to get it as straight as possible. So now this is the fun part. We got to stick that hose into one of these fittings.
This one?
Right here.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. And just make sure that the braid goes in there nice so that it doesn't like fray or anything, and you can twist it in. And you should be able to see it from the top when it's fully seated. Get a little bit of lube on the taper for that. Then you're gonna get it in there, try to make sure that you're going into the hole. You should be able to feel it, and then you're just gonna push in and thread it in. So that's our first line made. Now we can fit it up to the car. That's the first line in. Time for the next one. Alright, so it's a little while later. We got all of the lines plumbed in. This is pretty much the entire fuel system ready. We got the fuel filter down here. Goes from the feed to the filter, back up to here, out into the fuel rail, into the return. Everything should work at this point. This is a nice little deadhead system, so we're going to be running what, 40, 50 psi to there?
About 50 psi. That's all it needs.
So right now all we're going to do is take everything off, make sure it's nice and tight, and get it put back on the car and leak test it.
Alright. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Two very minor leaks.
Okay, we're at.
One there, one there. Alright. We'll just tighten those fittings up. Alright, so I tightened the fitting down there, and we swapped out the seals right here, so hopefully that should take care of our leaks. Let's see. This should be fuel system done if it doesn't leak.
Are you ready for?
Yeah, I'm ready. Banjo's not leaking.
What?
Banjo is not leaking.
Nice.
AN is not leaking.
Nice.
That is a fuel system, dog. Now we just need some Teflon tape so that we can go ahead and get our gauge put on the regulator, and then we'll be able to adjust everything to make sure that we have the right PSI, make sure that everything is running correctly. That's one more step. How you
It
feel?
is progress, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm pretty stoked. I want to see the fucking flow gauge go up to fucking 50 psi and shit, though.
And stop there, yeah.
Yo.
Well, let's find some Teflon tape. So we got the Teflon tape. Time to put the gauge on.
Well, like about that much?
Should be good.
I don't even know what size wrench I'm gonna need.
Fucking adjustable one, bro.
It's upright right now.
I'd say that's probably good then. We probably don't need a wrench because, I mean, then you got a pretty good amount of leverage there. You want to hit the pump and see what kind of pressure we're getting?
Yeah. You ready?
Yep. Wow. We hit 50 psi pretty much just like that.
Fuck yeah.
Very nice.
Well, it's dope. So now just any other 10 mil will fucking fit?
Yep.
Well,
Very nice. That's a fuel system there, buddy. So as you guys saw in the last clip, my car no longer has an AC compressor pretty much. Which kind of sucks because what am I ever going to do without AC? Especially in this weather. All jokes aside, I do have to disable the AC compressor from being able to turn on anymore just so that it doesn't, you know, grenade and stop my engine while I'm driving. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop the hood, get one of the fuses out, and just completely disable it for now until I get a new one. Not ideal, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh my god. Oh, my head is so heavy. I'm scared I'm gonna bend my prop rod, so I gotta be in and out of this thing super fast. Let's see, what do we got in here? AC compressor. That's the one right there. So that little guy completely just disabled my AC system. So I can drive my car again without fear of blowing a compressor. But let's get these bitches defrosting. Look at that, 30 degrees! 30 degrees! I would almost be okay with dealing with the California roads if I didn't have to deal with this. Look at this. I'm surrounded. 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 For some reason, I find it so satisfying just sitting here and watching the snow melt. I don't know why. Oh, my AC isn't working? Oh, you don't say. Yeah, that's absolutely zero traction. So this is kind of sketchy, especially on the hills, because if I hit the brakes a little too hard, that's ABS kicking in, baby. God! Why the fuck is everything happening right now? What is that for? Of course, dude. One thing's going wrong, now everything's going wrong. I have no idea what that check engine light's for. I'm not stoked to find out. I think I might stop on my way to Felix's house at an AutoZone to see what code I got. But what the fuck, dude? Everything's... I'm not stoked about this. It better be something stupid. It better be something stupid. Here we are. Done, huh? What do I got? Are you not gonna show me? Oh, are they gonna make me go inside? This is bullshit. Well, I got great news for you guys. So if you guys remember when I was on my way to California, was smelling something that kind of smelled bad. And it smelled like burning cats. Well, the check engine light is a PO420, so it looks like I got a bad cat. It's like all the most expensive shit on this car decided to fucking just go out at once. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it, because honestly, like, I kind of don't give a fuck about catalytic converters, you know? It's not gonna work. I drive an RX-7, for God's sake. You think I care? We'll see. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do about it, because cats are horribly expensive. I don't even want to know how much they are. I haven't even checked, and I don't think I'm going to. But I know they're stupid expensive. So we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it yet.
Here's one for the broken road. That's the only